What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and tomorrow we're getting brand new information on the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC referred to as the Isle of Armor. And today we're going to be taking a look at everything that we already know and talk about what we don't know. First, going to start off with, it feels very relaxing to get back in Pokemon. It really does. I spent over 600 hours in Animal Crossing. I'm so burnt out of that game. I don't know if I ever need to play it again. I really don't. Plus, it's a wedding event going on right now, which I have no interest in participating in. First of all, the news comes to us via Cerebi. Shout out to my homie Joe Merrick. And tomorrow, June 2nd at 1300 UTC, we're going to be getting details on the Isle of Armor DLC. 9 a.m. on the East Coast. Yay, I get to wake up early again. 6 a.m. on the West Coast. Sorry, y'all. That's the most basic, clean thumbnail I've ever seen from Pokemon about something going on. Kind of like it. It is very vague. And at this point, we do not know if it's going to be information or, and this is a big, I hope not, but possibly could be, which is because of COVID-19, we're going to have delays. Hopefully there are not delays regarding the Pokemon DLC because, oh god, I need that to live right now. Now, I took a look back at all the information for the announcement trailer released January 9th, 2020, and even more than that was the Pokemon Direct from the Nintendo channel for some reason, which was released the same day. And there are a couple of points that we need to talk about here. First of all, Pokemon Sword has its own DLC pass. Pokemon Shield has its own DLC pass. So, if you own Pokemon Sword, it's $30 for the one DLC. If you own Pokemon Shield, it's $30 for the one DLC. If you own both, it's $60 because you're gonna buy both DLCs, or just one DLC, whatever you want. If you buy the expansion pass, you get DLC 1 and DLC 2. You cannot purchase DLC 1 separately or DLC 2 separately. If you do not purchase the DLC, there are going to be updates for vanilla, non-downloadable content Pokemon Sword and Shield that's going to make you compatible to support the new moves, the new Pokemon, and the new items that's going to be released in the DLC. So even if you do not own the DLC, you are not missing out on the ability to have any of the upcoming Pokemon. For this entire video, we're going to be focusing only on the Isle of Armor. I'm not going to be going over any details that it's confirmed for the Crown Tundra, only the Isle of Armor, which focuses on growth. There's going to be beaches, bogs, forests, caves, and dunes all throughout this region, which is located to the east of Central Galar. We have seen pretty much just this. This is as much information we've seen on some of the areas like the forest, other than like a very, very short walk through the area. It looks like we're going to have brand new hairstyles, clothing, new customization options for the Rotom bike. Thank God for that, because that was way too basic. The reason I bring up the growth aspect, because one, the story is going to revolve around you growing as a trainer, but the island focuses on growth, nature growth. But that's the growth. And in regard to everything that we've seen here, we haven't seen that much in-game footage of a lot of these different areas and locales. Now, here's the concerning part, or the really mystery part, is that the only place we've seen a lot of coverage of is this beach area that has this tower right here and this tower right here. These two towers are tied into what's going to be the story for the DLC, in which you're going to be training at a dojo. You have your new mentor, Mustard. Shout out to my man, Chad Mustard. You're going to have new rivals in your games. Pokemon Sword is going to be having this pink-haired person named Clara, and Shield is going to be having this dude named Avery. Yes, that is a man. That is a man that is wearing a blouse. Clara's hair ribbon kind of looks like, what's that called? Vivillon? The whole story is going to be revolving around this little boy right here. His name is Cub Fu, right? Because he's a bear cub and he's doing kung fu. Adorable. From our current understanding is that you are going to be gifted this Pokemon, and then you're going to only have him on your team. Then you're going to go through your dojo for your training. And the dojo that you train at is actually going to be your choice. He can evolve into Urshifu's single strike style, which is fighting in dark, so you need to go to the dark tower. And there's going to be the Urshifu rapid strike style, which is fighting water, in which you go to the water tower. And then After you complete the tower, Kubfu evolves to Urshifu, and Urshifu also has a Gigantamax form, which has not been revealed to us at all. It has a signature ability and signature moves. I don't know if we've seen what the ability is yet. We probably have. It's probably on the website, and I'm not doing my job by checking it right now. One of my concerns here is after you receive Kubfu and you have to go through the tower, is there anything preventing you from going into your inventory, grabbing your 999 XL raid candies that I know you have from doing all these raids over the last 6 months, and just boosting its level to a level 100? Is there anything stopping you from doing that other than, you know, your own free will? Actually, that's the general overall concern for the entire island. Like, your Pokemon are going to be so over-leveled. Your chances are you have a team full of level 100 Pokemon. If you don't know how to level up your Pokemon like that, just use that EXP candy. Like, is it going to be a super easy breeze? Also, how early in the game are you allowed to go to the Isle of Armor? In which case, some people may choose to just restart their game altogether and go there, which sounds pretty neat. The reason I talk about the locales is because while we do know that all of the DLC is going to have the free roam camera, which is what we're used to in the wild area, it's a question of, is this going to be short? Obviously, like, look at that tower. What is it, like 5 stories tall over there? That's not going to be too long. So I'm going to guess that the story part of this is probably going to be somewhere between 2 to 4, maybe 6 hours tops, closer to the 2-hour mark if it's just get your Pokemon, go to the tower, do some stuff. Other than the beach part itself, what is there to do? Are there going to be different areas, different towns that have new items where we're going to be able to get the new clothing options, things like that? Or is this the 2 towers and the 1 small town area in which we get our fighting partner at that dojo? Is that going to be the only developed area on this overgrown part of the DLC? In which case, what? We're just going to explore different areas that are all just a wild area? That's it? Just do some raid battles. Go for it. That brings us to one of my next concerns. Our partner Galarian starter's evolved form is going to get a Gigantamax form, or the Gigantamax trait for its Gigantamax form: Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon. It's unclear now specifically how our starter gains this ability. It may be linked to the story. That'd be neat. More content for us to enjoy. Is it locked to our actual original partner? What happens if you no longer have your original partner? Or can you choose any Rillaboom, Cinderace, or Inteleon to evolve? Because if so, I probably wouldn't want my trash starter Rillaboom. I would want my 6IV shiny Rillaboom to get the Gigantamax trait. Know what I mean? Getting into some additional things, there are tutor moves. Neat. So there's going to be Pokemon who get to learn moves that it previously couldn't but have already existed in Pokemon, or there's brand new moves. Apricorns, which used to be a really fun thing. What was that, Gen 2? That you go to the little apricorn bush, a little bulbous boy, and then you get an apricorn, you go to Kurt, and then he makes it into a Pokeball. Right now, ball guys are our only way to get these. There's going to be berry trees that drop apricorns, or there's going to be berry bushes that we can retrieve from. If so, are you going to be able to change the date and just farm at 1 berry bush and then get 999 dream balls? Does this also mean that Kurt is returning? Hey, an EXP charm. Earn more experience points for your team. Well, XP share is already locked to be on. Does that mean that now, what is this, going to be a lucky egg for the entire team? And it's going to be a charm, so it doesn't need to be equipped. It's going to be a key item, like a shining charm. Kind of sounds like that. By the way, when you get a shining charm, remember to turn it on. A-Drive taught me that. Let's talk about the Pokemon that are returning and the new Pokemon. We know that there is going to be approximately a minimum of 100 already known Pokemon that are going to be returning in DLC Part 1, the Isle of Armor. Returning Pokemon that we have seen in the trailers include Psyduck, Golduck, Slowbro, Magnemite, Magneton, Chansey, we could assume the entire Chansey line, Horsey, Seadra, probably Kingdra, Mara, Azumarill, however you say his name, Happiny, Magnezone, Zorora, Zorark, Larvesta, Volcarona, Fletching, Talonflame, Dedenne, Rockruff. That's not a long list, so there's still a bunch we don't know. Which brings us to this basic boy right here. The new Galarian Slowpoke, which is just Slowpoke who who got a honey pot stuck on his head and now it's yellow colored. Supposedly, we're going to get an item from DLC Part 1 which allows Galarian Slowpoke to evolve into Galarian Slowbro. And there's going to be a different item in DLC Part 2 that's going to allow Galarian Slowbro to evolve into Slowking. Nope, Slowpoke into Slowking. Yep. Is it just Slowbro with a different Pokemon on its head instead of a Cloyster? So we only know about Galarian Slowpoke. How many more Galarian types could we possibly get? Is it just going to be like 3 or 4 of them? Are we going to get a handful of them? I'm kind of excited to see that. Also, are other generations going to be getting some love? Like, are we going to be getting... Well, let's refer back to the Cerebi list here. Are we going to be getting a Galarian Psyduck and Golduck? Or Marill and Azumarill? Galarian Kingdra would be really dope. A regional dragon type? Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Or Zorora. I think it's great that they're bringing back the other Pikachu clone. One wasn't enough. Something I want to talk about here. What happened to Zarude? What happened to him? Huh? He was revealed and then just nothing happened. Is it because the movie was delayed, so the Pokemon was delayed? I want my Mojo Jojo. When are we getting him? I think overall, one of my biggest concerns for this is that the DLC Part 1 isn't going to be that long. Excluding optional max raid battles. Excluding the dens. How long is the DLC? Is it 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours? If we look back to the other Nintendo IP that they decided to add DLC for that has never had DLC, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, DLC Part 1 was extremely short. It was basically just some new stuff. That's all it was. You just got some new items, some new clothes, that was it. And DLC Part 2 was when there was so much more going on. I think that's my concern. Are they going to be making this a whole fleshed out thing? Hopefully. Like, I think about the end game in previous Pokemon entries that was just, oh yeah, there's a few islands to go to. You might get some new Pokemon, but that's pretty much it. Like, think of Pokemon Sun and Moon versus Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. There was not a lot of content. Excluding the wormhole, which is going to be part of DLC Part 2. We know that you're going to get all the old legendaries. There wasn't that much going on. There really wasn't. But you know what? All these concerns that I have are going to be addressed within the next 24 hours. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. It's going to be another one of those days that I need G Fuel to literally carry my body. Also, tonight there's going to be a new raid down update that supposedly it's bringing all of the Pokemon in, which is pretty neat. And yeah, that's going to be wrapping that up. All right, well, guys, there it is. The Pokemon DLC is going to be... News about the Pokemon DLC is going to be happening tomorrow. We don't know if it's going to be telling us that there are delays. We don't know if it's going to be telling us the release time or what. But either way, I am so excited because I'm so thirsty for any information. Imagine we didn't get that direct back in January and we were left until now just not knowing what's going on. That would be more concerning. But you know what? I'm happy that we knew about this in the first place, even after the CNN article that I was interviewed for on, oh, what do you think about the DLC? I still think people are overall positive about this. And it would be, you know, if you had to pay $60 for this experience, people would be not happy about that. I do like the fact that they're going into a DLC direction and we could just have our previous Pokemon in this game. Neat. All right, well, let's keep the conversation going in the comments down below. Instead of posting crappy memes in the comments, instead, how about we have an intelligent discussion talking about the things that we're excited for? I think that'd be pretty neat. You could give me talking points that we can address tomorrow, and we can see what predictions were good and which predictions were inaccurate. If there's a comment down there that you really like, be sure to upvote it. And with that, I'm going to be wrapping up this video. Guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out.